Hey guys, welcome to Mad Scientist BBQ. I'm Jeremy Yoder, and today I'm going to tell you when to use butcher paper and when to use foil. I've been getting a lot of questions about when to use butcher paper and when to use foil, and so I thought I'd make a video to answer that. First, if you don't want to wade through the explanation of why you should use each one, I'll give you the outline right now, okay? If you're cooking beef, use butcher paper. If you're cooking pork, use foil. Now, the reason that we use butcher paper for beef and foil for pork isn't arbitrary. Foil is going to be obviously made out of aluminum, whereas butcher paper is a paper, and that's where the difference lies. So butcher paper, because it's paper, will absorb moisture from whatever you've wrapped, and then it will also evaporate that moisture away. So the liquid that's on the inside can make its way out. With foil, it doesn't really let any out other than some steam that will escape because it's not airtight. If you're cooking something like a brisket or beef ribs, that outside bark, that is the black stuff, it looks kind of like a meteorite. It's not a meteorite, but it does kind of come from heaven. That stuff is what you want to preserve when you're wrapping the meat, because you don't want to wrap the meat and then get it all soupy and wet in there and it washes the bark away. If you've done that, like I have, it is so disappointing. If you have a pork butt, on the other hand, and you soften up all the stuff on the outside, that's completely fine, because when you shred it, all that flavor will go into flavoring the meat that's on the inside that doesn't get smoked, that doesn't get rubbed, and so when it's all mixed together, it works great. This rule for foil and butcher paper isn't a hard and fast rule, though. Franklin uses butcher paper to wrap briskets, but Snow's, the #1 rated barbecue place in Texas, they use aluminum foil. And I think so does Valentina's, and they make incredible stuff. So a lot of people kind of are imitating Aaron Franklin because I mean, he's Aaron Franklin, and if you could imitate him in such a way to create the same kind of stuff that he does, well, more power to you. You get my salute. Well done, sir. So my opinion on whether butcher paper or foil works best for beef is just based on my own experience. Now, if you have a very lean brisket, one that's prone to drying out, then foil might be the right choice. So the best advice I can give you is butcher paper for beef, foil for pork, so pulled pork, ribs, anything pork, but it doesn't hurt anything to try it out for yourself. So it may be that the way you cook, foil works better than butcher paper, or butcher paper works better than foil for pork. I don't know your circumstances and your cooker and what temperature you're using, but for me, those are the ones that work the best. Normally, I love to do experiments. And so what would be a great experiment would be a brisket wrapped in butcher paper, a brisket wrapped in foil, and then one that's not wrapped in anything, and I cook them all together and I see the differences in results. But everybody and their mom has already done that video. If you'd like to see that video, let me know in the comments below, and you know, I'll be happy to do it if you think it's warranted. But just my experience, foil retains more moisture, can wash away bark. Butcher paper retains bark better, but holds in enough moisture to make sure everything's soft when you're done. And then finally, going unwrapped is possible, but it's extremely difficult. You have to be very diligent about your fire so that nothing burns, nothing dries out. If you have any other topics that you'd like me to address in a video, leave them in the comments below and I'll try to get to them as soon as I can. But thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. If you found the video to be helpful to you, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn notifications on. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Mad Scientist BBQ. I'll see you guys next time. Okay?
It's snowing so hard.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.